It's a beautiful day here in Pinehurst. Damn, that is pretty sick. We are in the cradle of American golf, Pinehurst, North Carolina. Okay, so we made it onto the top of the hill. So stoked to be here. We are kicking off season 3 of Range Pickers. Last season we got to check out Augusta. Okay, so if we can't buy it, can we at least take it to the range and try it?
Oh, gosh.
Phoenix. This club was made famous by Tiger Woods. Is that for sale? And Portland.
Super quad.
Not just a super quad, the TP First Edition super quad. We are so excited to be here. We're gonna be checking out Robert's Golf Shop in Aberdeen and the old golf shop in Pinehurst Village. Same as always, we've got $500 to make a really sick set of golf clubs and go out and have some fun. But before we go do all that, I am starving. We're gonna head over to the Pinehurst Track Restaurant and grab some grub. I'm Cole Young, and this is Range Pickers. How do you feel about Pinehurst Racetrack Restaurant becoming a staple, an absolute institution in Pinehurst?
It is unbelievable. I mean, we get people from all over the world that come here, and one of our famous players that come in all the time, Ben Crenshaw.
Yeah.
And his partner, Bill Port.
I know, I saw that one up
his
there.
His wife, Julie, sent me the photo quite a
cool.
few years ago. We've had baseball players come in and some football players come in.
Do you think they're typically on their way to golf? Yeah. You've been doing this for 25 years.
My husband was a famous harness driver.
Okay.
Real Cormier, and this became available. We took it, so
Incredible.
We still did horses, but to do something else as well.
Yeah. So what's the go-to meal? Obviously a cup of coffee.
The Horseman gives you a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Gives you some eggs, some
Eggs, bacon, sausage.
and then BB. Sometimes people think, what's BB? They say, is it barbecue? I think it says
Oh,
blueberry.
of course.
Yeah, and we're known for our blueberry pancakes.
Okay.
We were voted 3rd in the country. When people stand outside waiting to get in.
Totally.
And we turn real quickly.
Yeah.
We get it in and out fast. And if you're golfers, you don't want to hang around.
No, that's why the Daily Double's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We're
Well,
looking
thank
forward to grabbing.
you. Yes, I want to feed you guys.
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm Cole.
I'm Bob Burwell.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank you so much for having us. I don't know if you knew this, but I grew up coming here as a kid.
Do you remember me?
Of course I do.
Okay. I've met so many people over the years. I've been here 44 years.
Any pros ever come in here during the Open?
We've had quite a few come in, really, to get work done. But most of them have their own clubs already, and
Sure.
they're all set.
Sure.
But they'll come in for a grip or two or something like that.
I would love to just start getting into the irons. I guess that's
Okay.
probably the meat and potatoes of the set, you know?
Now, we dot everything. Red is regular,
Okay,
blue is stiff,
okay.
and yellow is senior.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could tell me just how far you hit a 7-iron on average.
Okay. I'm gonna dox myself right now because we'll see later if I
Yeah,
lied.
yeah.
I think I hit a 7-iron about 165, 170.
All right,
So I
you-
might be actually in the extra stiff range of steel, but I don't know.
Well-
Do you have an extra stiff sticker?
We do, but I think I'd rather put you in a stiff.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll take it.
the reason is you got to be out there for 4.5, 5 hours, and you'll get tired. I'd rather have you buy something that's a little bit easier on you on that back side. You won't get so worn out
Totally.
trying to swing.
Sorry, I'm getting very distracted. I'm checking out these Max Fly irons right here. So these are pretty cool.
Yeah, the Australian blade.
So these are the Aussie blades,
Yeah.
and I actually don't think I've seen these with the DP30 graphic on it, but these are about as hard to hit as they
Yeah,
come.
they
huh?
are. They are.
Do they have a price on the pitching wedge?
Price is
sand
on the wedge. Yeah.
Let's see.
Sand wedge is $250.
50.
Yeah.
And it comes with
3 iron.
all the way through sand wedge,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You don't get that every time.
And the grips are good. That's another thing you've got to watch out for. You can get grips that aren't so good, and you've got to replace the grips.
I was going to say, so these are new grips on an
Yeah.
old set of golf
Yeah.
clubs just to help it sell
right.
better, right? These are really cool right here. I love these Cleveland Tour
Yeah,
action.
there you go.
These are pre-CG1 irons. These are really cool. So these got square grooves on them. They've even got the little diamond details
Yeah,
on the face, which
yeah.
is pretty cool. That's another thing that I think Wilson started, right?
Yeah, Wilson.
Yeah. And this is a pitching wedge through 3-iron set. And
Yeah.
This one's 165.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this is a really good start. I am going to hold on to these two clubs here. The Cleveland Tour Action 588 square groove, and then the Maxfly Aussie Blades. And this is going to be $250
Yeah.
for sand wedge through 3-iron.
I'll check and see if we can do any better on that price.
All right. Well,
Let's see if we
love
can-
a bargain.
Yeah?
Let's go check out some putters. How
Okay.
about that?
Now you've got mainly used, but you've got some new too. And every configuration you can imagine. Huge putters, blades, specialty putters here, rare and collectibles.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
these are really,
Oh my God. Look how cool this ping putter is. Wow. So this is the 35th anniversary limited edition Ping and Ping. And so this is like the OG design where you have the floating face right here. And so the hosel's not touching the face at all. So it
Right.
does make that signature ping sound.
right.
Do you mind if I roll one with
Yeah,
it? See
let's
if we
do
can
it.
make that ping sound.
Can you see?
You know the rule in every golf shop, right? You make it, you have to buy
You
it.
buy it, yeah. We've got a little tunnel here that the ball rolls through.
Okay. Well, that thing is really cool, and it looks like it comes with the original head cover too.
Yeah, sure does.
So cool.
We've got about every variation you can think of here.
I was just about to say, I'm gonna take a look around because I see some really, really cool styles of putters in here. How about this thing? They just stand up on their own?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I need
Well,
to aim this here?
Yeah, if you're on an unlevel green, it'd be hard to do. But
Sure. That's like the size of my foot. Okay. I'm gonna put that one down. I don't know if that one's for us today. I see these around, but it's especially important part
Yeah,
of Pinehurst
yeah.
history. Having a Seymour putter after
Payne Stewart
Payne
won.
Stewart won
Yeah.
with it in 1999. This is pretty cool. This is an Odyssey Dual Force 664. This is kind of the problem with Roberts. There's actually
Too much.
too many good
Yeah.
putters. How about this thing?
Sand
Bankhead
yeah.
4-step.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of offset. Check that thing
Yeah.
out. So the hands are almost behind the ball. Here's another one. Kind of like this one. This one's a little less upright. Let's see. Have you sold one of these recently?
Not recently, but Sam never did do very well with it. Oh.
Oh, so I can't imagine a head cover fits very well on it, but
Yeah.
we might have to give this a try. Oh, you know, there is a pretty cool Seymour over there. Do you remember which one Payne won with?
Yeah.
Was it one like this?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Which is pretty cool because it's got this like little red dot under the shaft, and the trick was to like do your whole stroke without seeing the red dot.
There you go.
There you go. All right, this one's a little pricier. This one's up to $69.99.
Yeah, we can do better than that. It
Yeah,
needs
do
to be
trick-
worked on.
Yeah, well, we've got a shop at home. We can work on it.
Okay.
All right, let's go check out some drivers.
These are our drivers that are just mismatched, but you want a blue sticker.
This one's pretty cool. So this is like a lower profile, more modern Metalwood back when TaylorMade was just getting started. This
Yeah.
is the R510.
Yeah,
This is a blue
8.5.
sticker for me. Super, super tiny club head. And we are asking $75 for this one. Dang, I really wish this one was a blue sticker because these heads are so cool. This is the Callaway FT3 Fusion. This is the Tour version of the head.
Yeah.
And they made a funky sound when you hit them. I kind of like this TaylorMade, honestly. 8.5 is a little lower loft of what I normally would play.
Okay.
But some of the courses out here, when Bermuda goes dormant, starts to play pretty firm.
Oh
so
yeah, they'll roll.
that'd be pretty good.
We can work on that price some.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this one. You wanna check out some fairway wood?
Yeah.
Whoa, take a look at this thing. I kind of just always automatically gravitate toward the lead tape because it typically means the guy that owned it before knew what they were doing. This is pretty cool. This is a W's preferred weapon, and this thing looks so cool. This looks like it has a 50-gram regular flex shaft, which is pretty light and whippy, but I might just be buying this just for the head alone. That thing looks so cool. And this one right here is $48.99. This is gonna be 15.5 degrees aloft. This would be our 3-wood. Then we would need to find something kind of to fill the gap.
Well, you can get a 5-wood or one of the hybrids. You
Okay.
try
Are those
that.
hybrids on that side
Yeah.
over there?
Do you remember the Kent Gen X?
Of course I do.
Yeah, that's an 18-degree 2-iron.
These are pretty cool.
Yeah, 17 degrees says.
Here's another one too. This is a 20-degree. That might be more speed. Oh, look, it's like probably the same exact setup. It's the same shaft. But this is the Kent 3DX ironwood. Stiff flex, 75 grams. This one's almost in better condition too. Feel that grip though. That one might need a new grip.
Yeah, yeah, it's too slick. We can put a new one on there.
You don't mind?
No.
Okay, maybe we'll do that. And then we're choosing between the irons and I think I want the Max Flies.
Okay.
These are really cool. Why don't we kind of get up to the register
Okay.
and just like map it all out, because I feel like we want to save a couple bucks for the old golf shop in the village. So,
Okay.
but I think we're at a good spot here. What is this? Oh my God.
Needs to tie his shoe.
He does need to tie his
Yeah.
shoe. These look like old Atonic shoes. Where did you find this thing?
My mother gave it to me for Christmas probably 30 years ago.
Oh my God.
I don't
it
know
is
where she found it.
Perfect. But it's not for sale, huh?
No,
How often do people come in here trying to buy it?
probably once a month.
Oh my gosh. Right now we've got the Seymour putter. We've got the set of Maxfly Aussie blades, the W's preferred weapon fairway wood, this Kent ironwood, the hybrid, and then our TaylorMade R510 driver. And you said what was the total?
$481.
We want to save a little budget. So I actually, because the Maxfly set comes with a 3-iron, I'm going to pass on the hybrid if that's all right with you.
Sure, sure.
So if we take that off the bill, what does that come out to?
$444.
$444. And then if I wanted to get this one re-gripped before you take it home, what would that cost?
No cost.
Okay, I just got to buy the grip.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. What we've got right here, all 100s. That's 500 right there.
Okay.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Bob, thank you
Nice
so
to
much for
meet
having
you.
us. Appreciate you.
Glad you came
Super
in.
special spot you have here. Can't wait to come back.
You're
Let you
welcome
know how it
anytime.
goes.
Okay.
Take care. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, we just left Robert's Golf Shop. I'm super stoked. We got some amazing clubs, and we're about to go take them to Pinehurst number 10 to check them out. But we cannot leave Pinehurst Village without stopping at the old golf shop. A lot of cool memorabilia in this place. It's been around for a long time, so we're gonna go check it out and see if there's anything that fits our fancy. We got a little bit of budget left, so let's go check it out. Hey, how's it going? I'm Cole.
Bob Hanson Cole.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, thanks for coming.
Look at this place. This is incredible.
Yeah, we go back 250 years in here with things,
Unbelievable.
sometimes a little older.
But how did this all get started?
My wife and I, when we were 22, decided we were going to collect very old golf memorabilia, the oldest in the world. And we did that for 56 years, and along the way, people would notice, and we had people come and say to us, would you help us do what you're doing? So we did. Well, now I've got 28 families that are very close friends who have wonderful old collections. I'm 77 and I'm the kid. They're 83 to 103, and I'm now helping them sell all of those collections.
Amazing.
There's modern era things like great ball collections with autographs. Over here we have trophies, and that's a Ryder Cup Captain Trophy.
So cool.
We have antique scorecards going back to 1824. We have a gold medal from Pinehurst, and this is the North and South Championship, and this particular one was 1912, and it was won by Tommy McNamara, one of the 5 gentlemen who created the PGA Tour.
How cool is that?
So this was his personal medal.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a
I
nice-
love this RNA plate right here too. I see you're wearing the sweater as well.
Yeah, and that's my member plate up there.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, sir.
Incredible.
Been a member for about 28 years.
Very, very cool. How often do you get back over that?
We go every year.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. I'm going to Scotland 50 different years of my life.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I played a lot of golf there. But if you're going to do research, you got to go where it happens.
You have to go.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here?
Well, this is sort of a very early collection of things, clubs and balls. This is a feather ball. This was the very first kind of golf ball golf was played with. They were used for the first 400 years of golf.
Wow. Okay, so what year do we think this is?
This ball is about 1830.
Holy cow.
It's 3 pieces of bull's hide that have been sewn together and then stuffed with a gallon of goose feathers.
Oh my God. And then what about these over here? So these
Well,
kind of
so
introduces like some sort of
in the
shell.
late 1840s, a man discovered a material from the Far East, and it was called gutta percha, from a Malaysian rubber tree, and noticed its properties and started making golf balls out of it, which was a tremendous advantage. A ball maker in those days could make 200 a day of those,
Oh wow.
but a ball maker in these days could only make 2 to 3 a day.
Sure.
So then from this, they learned certain things about aerodynamics of golf balls, and they started to make marks in them on purpose, because what they found is that they took a smooth ball, which didn't fly very straight, and they had iron marks in it from play, it flew better.
Yeah.
So they learned to mark the balls intentionally and eventually make a mold
Yeah.
to improve that process.
Is this thing that the balls are sitting in, is that a mold?
That's a smooth ball mold. Yeah, that dates about 1850. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I'll show you something. So in 1974, Tony Penna walked into a coffee shop one day on a Saturday morning. And Gil Cavanaugh, a very famous club pro from Florida, was there. He says, Tony, what are you doing here? You're supposed to play golf on Saturday. He says, Gil, I started a project on Wednesday. And I'm going to finish the project today by 3 o'clock. And when I do, I'm locking the door. Tony Penna Golf is closed.
Okay.
And he said, what is the project? He said, I'm making the very last 100 deep face 693 Tony block heads, which he copied from the old 693 McGregor. And I just happen to have
Oh my God, look at the box.
some of the ones that he bought from Tony as a part of that meeting in the original box,
With the original grips. Oh my
brand new,
God.
unplayed for. I have boxes of them. Because Gil
Look at
said to
that.
him, what are you going to do with them? And Tony said, I'm going to sell them. I got a guy who wants 20. Gil says, I'll take 30.
So how many sets of these do you have?
I only have drivers. It's
Oh,
all
wow.
he made was drivers with X1 shafts, all
Yeah.
the same, D2 swing weight, but they're spectacular
Holy
heads.
cow, that is so cool.
Isn't that pretty?
So there's how many in existence?
He made 100.
He made 100.
We don't know how many have survived because fellas bought them and played
Sure.
with them.
Do we know if like all 100 are from the same type of wood, same
Exactly
everything, exactly
alike.
the same?
Exactly. He used the finest bunch of persimmon he had left.
Yeah. That is really,
Isn't
really
that
cool.
fun?
I also think that finding persimmons with X-Flex shafts in them is pretty difficult, no?
No, those are X1s.
It's like every time I come across a head that I like, it always has a pretty soft shaft in it, and I'm not gonna go through the pain of like asking someone to re-whip it or
Right,
reshaft
right,
it. So
right.
you kind of just get what you get. So getting one with an X100 in it is pretty special. This grip is so cool.
Isn't that neat? I thought you'd get a kick out of it.
Oh my God.
Very few people see these.
We went shopping earlier and we saved a little budget because we just knew we wanted to come here and take a look and talk to you. We have about $60
Okay.
in the budget.
Okay.
I'm just curious to know if there's anything here that we could take a look at that's kind of in that price range. If it's about Pinehurst, great. But if it's about just being a student of the game, we'd love to take a look at it. And,
Okay, so there's actually 3 things in my mind.
okay.
Here we have a very, very early Spalding dot, much like what Bobby Jones towards the middle end of his career would have been playing with. And it's
Very
in really good original condition, even though it's gotten darkened over time.
Sure.
And that is a wonderful example because very few survive because of the organic cover. And they
Really
would dry
like
out and split. So that's
What
a
it
very,
says on the side of it.
yeah,
So this one says, Mr. President.
Roosevelt.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So that would be something that maybe would tickle your fancy. But
Okay.
we have a couple of other things as well. Back in the 20s, they came up with an idea for people who shank to be able to take the hosel completely out of play. So they created something like this, and I thought this might just fit you to a T. But now that I see you're interested in classics, it might not.
What year do you think this is?
That's about 1920.
1920.
Yes, sir.
And do you think it's the first of its kind in terms of anti-shank?
No, there were earlier
There were
ones.
earlier
Yeah, there were
versions of
early
it?
smooth face ones. I don't know if I have one here
Like
right
even
now.
this one right here, I don't know what year this is from.
Yeah.
This is a niblick, and look how far forward that leading edge is in front of the hosel.
Yeah, that's banner.
This is like a true attempt at fixing someone's game.
If you were
know?
a shanker, that was a lifesaver.
This is a lifesaver. That
had
is
to have
so
that.
funny.
So what I'm offering you for your budget
Okay.
is an option. You can
Okay.
have a wonderful Spalding dot golf ball. You can have a fine Anto shank iron and sleep better.
Okay.
Or you can have one of these Tommy Armour or Tony Penna drivers.
No.
Yeah, either one of the three, you're welcome to take.
You're not serious.
Well, I am.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. This is so cool. If you're saying that this fits in our budget, I'm taking the Tony Penna then.
You got it. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh my gosh, you got yourself a deal.
Yes, sir.
I'm actually speechless. I cannot. So, I don't want to hit it.
Well,
I shouldn't hit it.
You can.
I wouldn't.
You would.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Bob, thank you so much
Oh, it's a
for
pleasure.
having us and showing us
Oh,
around.
it's been great having you guys.
Let's go over to the cash register and get this taken care
we'll
of.
settle that up. Anytime you're ready.
We are here, Pinehurst, course number 10. This is the 7th hole. It's a par 3. And we are testing out all the clubs that we just got at Robert's Golf Shop. I have my handy dandy yardage guide here for Pinehurst number 10. And if we flip to the 7th hole, it's gonna tell us to avoid the thumbprint bunker front and center on this deceptively difficult short par 3. We are playing the blue tees today, and I just walked it off to 153 to the middle of the green. However, we have basically 17 yards behind the middle of the green. So we're maxing out at 170. And yeah, we're gonna try to hit a 7-iron there. So let's see how it goes. Okay, we're done here. I win. So total distance 160, carry distance 153. We were a little left of target. We were really just kind of looking for feel and playability. I hit that off the deck, no tee, and we did not take a divot because Tiger Woods said don't take divots. So we didn't really get a good chance to feel like the turf interaction with this very, very, very sharp leading edge. But I've got 20 feet for birdie. Do we want to gather more data and hit one more? Get ready for the Creator Classic. That was a little more from the inside. That was a little shorter. It's 156 total, 149 carry. Not great contact either, but you can get up and down from there. I promise you, we did not edit this footage. This is the first shot that I hit of the day using a club that I've never played before. Overall first impression of the 7-iron, I don't think the sweet spot is very big on those irons, and I think the grips are a little large, and I think the shafts are a little heavy. It's probably not the perfect irons for me, but I do feel like they are in perfect mint condition. There's not much, very much bag chatter on them, but so far so good. I left myself a somewhat flat left to right putt, and it's for birdie, and we're gonna try to make it using this Seymour FGP putter. The head is definitely in front of the shaft a lot more than I kind of like realized, but let's give it a roll. Check it out. I'm gonna try to hide that little red dot. That rolled really nice. I think I think I just underread it. Even though it's a toe down balance right here, it really does feel like it just wants to go straight back and straight forward. It doesn't want to like turn and gate in the hands. So I like it. We made par, so we'll take it. That's as if you're giving this to me, right? Now we've come to hole number 8 at course number 10, the famed Matterhorn in the middle of the hole. The guidebook says, favor the left side of the Matterhorn on this rolling par 4. The fairway has more space to the left of center. However, the right side offers an inviting angle to the green. We have our TaylorMade R510 driver that we bought for $65. It has a stiff flex shaft and it has 8.5 degrees of loft, which I think I mentioned is a little bit lower loft than I would normally play, but it looked cool, so I bought it. The one thing that we didn't check before we bought the driver, which is a lesson to you all at home, is to inspect the club and make sure it's not broken. This is a pretty pre-loved driver that appears to have some sort of fission on the top of the face right here. In my experience, it will affect play, but not every driver performs the same, so we will see. And if anything, I'm just making up excuse for if I hit this 230, I get to blame it on the club. So let's give it a rip. Damn, that is pretty sick. Go! Okay, so we made it onto the top of the hill. Kind of little laser beam. We carried that 226. The total was 242 yards. Yes, I'm a full-grown man. And wow, that was really spinny. 4,446 RPMs a spin. So we probably could reduce the spin by hitting up on the ball, and we would probably get a little more carry and roll out of that. But for the sake of an experiment, why don't we try another ball? And I'll try to hit up on this one a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Club head speed looked like it went down, but I did hit up on it more. It looks like 5.7 degrees up, that's a lot. 2,691 RPMs a spin, which makes sense, we're hitting up on it, and we got 268 yards out of it on the carry. So maybe the club is in better condition than we thought. Don't know if you can see what I'm looking at, but it's nothing. There's no green, there's no nothing. It's hidden behind this like cool little dune. We're looking at 131 to the front, and we want to give ourselves an uphill putt. So something between 151 and 131 would be good. I am hitting a little bit into the wind, so let's hit an 8-iron. This is my first time going down at the ball with these irons. The leading edge is very sharp, so it dug a lot more than I thought. Got about the number we wanted, 147 yards of carry, and 7,900 RPMs of ball speed, or I'm sorry, of ball backspin. Yeah, I kind of just overcooked it, honestly, but it felt good. I'm gonna hit one more. That's more like it. I mean, that should be theoretically all over it. So let's go take a look at it. There are some extra balls here. I was practicing a little bit. This one right here is my first one. Nice thing about Tom Doak designs, sometimes the greens are pretty forgiving. I hooked the ever-living shit out of the ball, and it looks like it bounced off of like one of the bumpers and has given me now a downhill left to right birdie putt. We're gonna continue to play the first ball. We're hitting second balls and third balls just to give you more data, but pretty cool that we were able to use some of the design features of Doak and the Renaissance team. You better not let me see that red dot on the putter. That was kind of never high enough. Stop. But that's a tap-in par on the iconic Matterhorn hole at Pinehurst number 10. Definitely some mean holes out here on number 10. in front of us, over here, we have what they're calling the Great Reveal. Super, super cool loop here. You've got 15 going off that way. You have 9 going off this way. 9 is gonna take you to the north part of the property and swing you back all the way around here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful look at the property. And like just a cool bridge. Like who doesn't love a cool bridge? And you get to go over it twice. We're gonna hit the driver again because we need to. It's 468, but it feels like 490. It's up the hill. It is 275 to this kind of rogue bunker in the middle of the fairway on such a difficult hole. I don't know if we're gonna reach it with this driver right now, so hopefully we'll get to appreciate it from not inside of it. That is gonna make the hole very, very long. Kinda so long that we don't have a club in the bag to reach the green. 226 carry, 246 total. Just an awful shot. We need to hit that again. I will be playing that ball, but we can do so much better than that. Still kind of wanting to go right. Looks like 247 carry, 264 total. Brought the spin down just because we hit up on it a little more. Our calculations were correct. We weren't gonna hit that bunker, but I hit it about 50 yards right of the bunker. So I guess we're fine there. I'm gonna hit one more. There we go. Miss it. Wow, we would have been in that bunker. Okay, that was a little more on the toe. We got 258 yards of carry on that, 278 total, 2,800 RPMs a spin. I really wish that was our first shot, but such is life. I have blasted my drive so far to the right that it's now actually made the hole longer for me. At Roberts, we were going a little over budget. I chose not to buy the Nikent 3DX Ironwood hybrid. That was a mistake. Now I'm forced to hit this 3-iron, which is almost invisible from address. It is so thin, there's no offset, and you know, maybe we have some fun with it off the grass, but no. Here we are on the pine straws. And we're just gonna try to hit a little stinker up there and have it run up, so. Very important to set your feet in the pine straw. We almost missed the grooves there. We hit that right there. I bet you, not even looking at the launch monitor, I carried that like 170, 175 carry, 187 total. So that's gonna leave us, basically it's a par 5 for me. Pretty stoked to be here. Pinehurst number 10, Pinehurst's newest course. They do not call it the Cradle of American Golf for nothing. Funny story, Pinehurst 10 used to be actually called the Pit, and Pit closed down probably in like 2005. So very nostalgic piece of property to me, at least. My grandparents, when I was growing up, was living here in Pinehurst, so got to spend a decent amount of time here. Have gotten the chance to go to some of the opens. Pretty cool to be in Pinehurst during Payne's win in 1999. Actually, my grandfather was a volunteer marshal on the 18th hole, kind of helped Payne look for his ball when he hit it right off the tee. 2005 is cool. Michael Campbell, great champion. Wore pretty sick oversized polos like this one with like little Hawaiian prints on it. Martin Keimer and Michelle Wie back-to-back years, 2014. And then of course, Bryson DeChambeau hitting like one of the sickest shots of, gosh, any US Open champion ever. Haven't found myself in that bunker too many times, but I know if I were there in that situation with all the people on the terrace, I'd just be blasting one through the window over the green. So not unlike John Daly with my parents were on the right side of 9 in 2005, and he sent a little warning shot at them. So just a really special place to me, and really stoked to now add number 10 to an already amazing piece of property. This is the sand wedge. It's got a decent amount of bounce on it. And we are just hoping for some good turf interaction and for my body to not absolutely disintegrate over the ball with yips. I felt like I hit that pretty good. The bounce kind of just like ripped through the turf. So I feel like I didn't get that like kind of like clicky like bite feel with that chip, which is why it went really long and probably didn't have that much spin on it. Wasn't really expecting to make par on this hole anyway, so. Go! Okay. Give me that one. We absolutely need a birdie. Okay. Hole 10, course 10, par 5, 643 yards from the plate. I would say we could take all the distance we could get, but we weren't going to leave here today without testing this thing out. I really want to limit the amount of balls that I hit with this thing, as it is, or probably should be, a museum piece. Still in great condition after all these years, and we are give it a whack and see if we can reach this par 5 in 3. That was sneaky hammered. It just, I didn't finish the swing. That went 224 in the air, 245 total. Kind of better spin than I expected it to be. 2,755 RPMs a spin. But let me hit one more. I feel like we can kind of square the club up a little bit more. Nothing beats the sound of a persimmon wood up against the pine trees of Pinehurst. Hit pretty far, just really offline. That was 195 carry, 261 rollout. That was definitely a miss hit. So, one more, please. Dude, that is wide right. Not even really sure if the numbers matter on that one. This probably belongs in a shadow box and not in my hands. Cool piece though. Still a really long way into the hole. I have no idea how far we are from the hole, but if I only hit that 220 and the hole's 640, you do the math. We are gonna give this shot a shot. This is the W's preferred weapon, 3-wood. And I've drawn a pretty good lie here in what I believe they call the caterpillar grass. I may have just made that up, but let's just get some club on the ball and see where it goes. No idea where that went. It's over there though. We have 180 to the middle, pins in the back a bit. I'm calling it 186, 187. Let's try to get a 5-iron to the green. Kind of on the toe. It felt decent. We're gonna go see where that ended up. I would guess that it's a little short. Yeah, these things really like to dig. The leading edge is no joke. Definitely takes some getting used to on this type of grass and powering through. So let's go try to make a putt. We've got 35 feet. We are gonna give this a go. Greens are getting a little dewy. Wow, really slow. Some meat left on that bone. Please do not 3-putt on camera. Or how would Payne do it? All right, guys, that's our show. Thank you so much for following along. We had a great day. Special thanks to Pinehurst No. 10 for having us out at their lovely facility to test these clubs out. I have some initial thoughts. I think I might need to sleep on it a little bit just because, let's be honest, I didn't play my best. But I actually quite like the irons. I think that they require maybe a little bit of adjustment. I think that the leading edges are really, really sharp. And I think that the shafts are pretty heavy, and these have like the mid-size +4 grips on them. So I think some of the swing weight is a little wonky. We hit some pretty wild iron shots, but they also just ended up being on the green, like we did on 8 and like we did here on hole 10. I think I would just like to have a little bit more confidence in some shots like that. The fairway wood, I don't know if we got a fair take at it. It looks really cool, and I think it feels really cool. We just kind of only hit a handful of shots with it. The driver, outside of it maybe being non-conforming, considering the fissure on the top of the face, we hit it hard a couple times, and we hit the fairway for 3 of the times that we hit it. Feels pretty good. I mean, I've owned R510s in the past. I think the TP version actually has a deeper face. I kind of like the lower profile one. It allows me to tee it a little lower. We saw that it kind of increased spin, but all in all, a pretty good driver. And then of course, have to mention the Tony Penna persimmon wood. We got a couple good cracks at it before we lost daylight and felt amazing. We did not pick an outrageously forgiving set this week. We're just kind of feeling it out. You know, Roberts has a big selection, and I think that we probably could have picked more forgiving clubs, but c'est la vie. And of course the putter. The putter is very special to me. Payne Stewart winning in '99 here, Pinehurst No. 2, using a very similar putter. You know, kind of have to play the hits, you know, so coming to Pinehurst, you got to pick one of those up. Thank you so much for coming along and watching us pick out some golf clubs on an extreme budget and play Pinehurst No. 10. We'll see you in the next one.